What's up, everyone? It's Yuck Bayless back at it with another video. New studio today. Not a studio, it's my fucking living room. But I'm in the living room today. Different studio. Bunch of shit on the dining room table. But that's not important. Let's get into the games for tomorrow. We got some big games coming up tomorrow in college football. We're going to start off with the Big 12 Championship, Texas Tech and BYU. Will BYU keep it closer this time? I believe they will. I believe BYU will keep this game a lot closer than they did in the first game. In the first game, BYU was fucked. I mean, they got absolutely fucking destroyed. They lost 26-7 in that fucking game, and they didn't do nothing. I mean, Texas Tech did not get in the red zone at all, but it didn't matter. They kicked about 5 fucking field goals. It didn't matter. They went on to win the game with 4 field goals to make it 12, and then they had the 2 other touchdowns, obviously. But, I mean, they killed them. They destroyed them. And the difference in that game was just the defense, how much better of a defense the Texas Tech had. And they were able to shut them down completely. We'll see what happens this game, but here's my thing. I think BYU knows their season's on the line. They know the committee does not give a fuck about them. They don't give a shit about them. They want them to lose so they can put someone else in there. I think BYU is going to come out and play a pretty good game. But I got Texas Tech winning the game. I'm going to go with 27-21. Texas Tech's going to win 27-21. I think Baron Morton is going to play one of the better games we've seen from him. And that defender, that guy for Texas Tech that's going to go top 5 in the draft, he's unreal. He's going to play well in this game. The whole team in general is going to play well because they know if they win this game, Texas Tech wins this game, and Alabama beats Georgia, Texas Tech's the 2 seed in the fucking... Texas Tech's the number 2 team in the fucking country if they win and Alabama wins. And we'll get to that pick in a second. So I'm going to go with Texas Tech winning that game. The next game, though, we would have is going to be, I believe, no offense to Texas Tech and BYU, even a more interesting game, and that is Alabama and Georgia. Now, why is Alabama and Georgia going to be interesting? Well, because every time they fucking play, it's interesting. From the Tua game, to the Jalen Hurts game, to the Ryan Williams game. Oh, notice every single one of those games had to do with Alabama winning. Georgia, you have to fucking win. You have to win one of these fucking games. This year, Georgia was like, oh, it's different this time. They're coming to Athens. Nobody has beat us in Athens since Alabama. Georgia cannot beat Alabama. They can't beat them in Athens. They can't beat them in Alabama. They can't beat them on the Pacific Ocean, and they can't beat them in a volcano, and they're not going to beat them on Saturday afternoon. I've got the Crimson Tide winning the game 34-22. 34-22. Weird score, but that's how it's going to be. And if you looked at how Georgia played in that game against Georgia Tech, I mean, they won, but they won 16-9. I mean, they didn't do nothing. Literally, Georgia's offense that whole game was, let's hand the ball to Frazier. Hand the ball to Frazier. We are not letting Gunnar Stockton touch this fucking ball. And guess what? They didn't. They didn't have to. Georgia Tech's defense is terrible. Pitt scored 28, by the way. Pitt scored 28 in that fucking game against Georgia Tech, and then shit the bed against Miami last week. Don't even get me started on that. But Alabama's going to win this game because they always do. This is just Kirby Smart cannot get over the Alabama logo. It wasn't Nick Saban. People thought Nick Saban owned him. No, it's just the whole fucking team. It's the whole logo, the whole city. Everyone there, they own Kirby Smart. Georgia's going to lose that game. Their defense is going to get exposed. That defense is not as good as it was in recent years. Like, that defense is pretty bad. It's, like, miserable. So, we'll see what happens. They gave up 35 to Ole Miss. And, I mean, Ole Miss is a good team, don't get me wrong. If Ole Miss didn't completely shut down in that fourth quarter, they could have scored 56 in that game, and Georgia might not even be in this thing. The only game Georgia's defense played well was against fucking Texas because they have Arch fucking Manning. Of course you're going to do well against his ass, although he played better last week. Moving on to the next game, because I want to get this done. I want to get this out in 10 minutes, quick video. I don't want to keep you guys waiting. So I could talk more about these games after the games, which I'm going to on Saturday night. So keep an eye for that video. Probably will be out Sunday or Monday. I believe in the ACC championship. I'll do 1 versus 2 last, obviously. The best one. Save the best for last. I believe the Duke is going to beat Virginia. Yep. because why wouldn't they? The chaos of the season. And everything's telling me pick Virginia. Virginia's going to win this game. Pick Virginia. Virginia. They're going to win. They're going to win. They're the better team. They beat Duke by 17. It's the ACC. It's the ACC. And the way the ACC has gone this year is the team that is supposed to win has lost nearly every time. Every fucking time. Ooh, Miami beat Pitt. Pitt beat Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech beat Duke. Yada, yada, yada. Louisville beats Miami. SMU beats Miami. SMU loses to Cal. It's every Pitt loses to Louisville. Louisville beats Clemson. Like, it is every game. It's every other team in that league. Whoever you think wins, loses. Whoever you think's going to lose, wins. Duke's going to win, and it's going to cause the most ultimate chaos. Because guess what, guys? If Duke wins that game, I'm watching games right now here on my screen. Troy's playing James Madison right now. Troy's in the red zone, by the way, down 17-7. When this video's over, you'll know who fucking won. But if James Madison wins and Duke wins, James Madison's in the tournament. They have a 99.9% chance if Duke beats Virginia because Duke has 5 losses. How are you in the ACC championship? You don't have 2. You don't have 3. You don't have 4. You have 5 losses. One was the UConn, a fucking basketball school. They gave up 40 points to a fucking basketball school. How the hell are they in this? How the hell? The ACC has to come up with better tie-breaking rules. Instead of having Miami in there, who now is probably going to be left out because of the committee's Notre Dame bias, they have the same record as Duke, but Duke's got some common opponent tiebreaker bullshit that puts them in. They can't even make the playoffs. Why are they even in this game? I don't know, but they are. And because of that, they're going to fucking win it. It's just what's going to happen. And if James Madison wins, you're going to have 2 group of 5 teams. You're going to have Tulane or North Texas, whoever wins that game. That'll be over when this video is recorded. I think North Texas is going to win that. We'll see. They're up 7-0 already. But you'll have them and you'll have James Madison. Or if James Madison loses, then it gets really crazy. If Duke and James Madison loses, and Duke wins, so Virginia loses and James Madison loses, then UNLV, if they beat Boise's in. Or what if UNLV loses? The Kennesaw State fucking Owls are going to be in the playoffs. I'm not joking. The Kennesaw State 2 years ago were in Division II. Fucking Owls will be on the road at Oregon in the fucking playoffs. Do you know how crazy that sounds? That doesn't even feel like real fucking life. That doesn't even feel like real life. We're sitting here right now contemplating that this might actually happen. Because it might right now. Looking at the scores right now, Kennesaw State's up at halftime on Jacksonville State. Troy is down to James Madison, but now it's a 3-point game. Boise's tied with UNLV, so UNLV could still lose. These teams could all still lose. I know James Madison's winning right now, but they could still lose. If they lose, UNLV loses, Kennesaw State wins, and Duke wins tomorrow, Kennesaw State's in the fucking playoffs. So that could actually happen. So we'll see. I got Duke winning that game, and I got Duke winning it similar to last year. I got Duke winning, let me see. Duke's not a great defense. Virginia's not a great defense. Let's go with a high-scoring one. Let's go Duke 35, Virginia 31. Duke 35, Virginia 31 in that game. Moving on to the last one, saving the best for last. Probably the Heisman winner is going to be whoever wins this game. Indiana plays Ohio State. Can Indiana beat Ohio State? I hope. I don't think they can, but I hope. I hope they can do that. We'll see what happens. Boise just scored, by the way, so they're up 7-0. But I think that can happen because I believe in Fernando Mendoza. I believe what he did at Penn State is not no fluke. Penn State is a good defense. Whatever you want to say about the offense, fine. The offense, shit. That defense still has top recruits from James Franklin. I mean, not anymore. But when that game was played, they did. And it's just, I think Fernando Mendoza has that it factor. That's why a lot of people are like, oh, he don't have the talent to be the number 1 overall pick. There's a lot of guys. Tom Brady wasn't the number 1 overall pick, but guess what? He made a career for himself. And people are looking at Mendoza and they're like, ooh, he reminds me of a clutch gene. He reminds me of, yeah, he's not the most athletic. He's not going to wow you, but he's not going to wow you with training and in the the combine. But He's clutch. He's clutch. That Penn State drive, making clutch throw after clutch throw on 3rd and 15, on 2nd and 10. You name it, he was making it. Julian's saying he's got a better line. He's got a better defense. He's got better... I guess he has better receivers. Here's the thing. I like Indiana's receivers. Ohio State's receivers probably best in the country. I can't ignore that. But Indiana's got good receivers. Omar Cooper, that catch he made against Penn State, oh my God, and Elijah Surratt, look what they did to Oregon. So they have the guys. But I don't see, I think the line of scrimmage is going to be where this game's won, and I think Ohio State's going to be able to run the ball better. Ohio State's going to win. Ohio State's going to win probably 27-17. I'll say Ohio State wins 27-17. And it might be good because last year Ohio State lost games before the playoffs. What if they don't lose games before the playoffs? Maybe then they'll lose them in the playoffs. Because I don't care who you are. They should not have been in last year. They lost to Michigan. They should have kicked their asses out. It's bullshit. With these new rules, they could still get in the playoffs with 2 losses. They should have been out last year. That don't even count to me. That fucking trophy don't even count. That's Mickey Mouse. You didn't beat Michigan. This year you did. So if you win this year, okay, congrats. I'll clap it up for you. But they don't count. Last year's don't fucking count. You can't lose your rival and win the championship. I don't care. That's tainted. That's tainted. And they always say, oh, Michigan cheated. They should get their title tainted. Your title's tainted of anything, motherfucker. You guys lost to us. You lost to us when we were 6-5. And you won the championship. Give me a fucking break. So those are going to be my picks again. I got Texas Tech 27-21 over BYU. I got Georgia losing to Alabama, Bama winning 34-22. I've got Virginia losing to Duke, Duke winning that 35-31. And then last but not least, Ohio State 27, Indiana 17. And that probably will give Julian saying the Heisman, which I'll hate if that happens. I think Diego Pavia should get it. I mean, that dude, he's fucking insane. He's awesome. Diego Pavia has been amazing all year. I'm about to make a separate video after this as well, talking about the conundrum of Notre Dame and Miami. So be ready for that. If the committee puts in Notre Dame. If they put in Miami, fine with me. If they put Notre Dame in there, who lost to Miami, on a football field, in a real game, and because of, hypothetically, Notre Dame would have won in a rematch, you can't do that. You lose the plot. You lose the plot of college football. So you can't do that shit. But that's going to be it. I'm going to go watch the rest of these games. And then tomorrow, hopefully I get some of my predictions right. This year, I've probably gone 50-50, but that's why I don't bet. I'm 50-50. I'm not the greatest at that. Anyways, see you guys next time. Skip Bayless. I'm Yek Bayless, not fucking Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless is pissed right now because this fucking Cowboys just got shit on. But anyways, I'm Yek Bayless, and I'm Skip on out of here.